Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. Today we're going to do another video with a whole bunch of knockoff dinosaurs, and they are all ones that I repainted because you guys seem to really like the first knockoff repaint video. So we're going to do another one today, full of all kinds of terrible looking knockoff dinosaurs that I've tried to make look a little better with my amateurish art skill. We'll start out with the most ridiculous looking one of all, and it is this. This is a knockoff version of the Collecta Lexovisaurus, and it is pretty ridiculous looking, really. They did resize this, as the original was one of their standard models, and this one is much larger than that one was. And they also, I don't know if they resculpted or stole the sculpt of the head here, and now posed it with an open mouth, which it did not have before. They also gave it, as you can see, some sharp looking teeth, so it went from being a herbivore to now a carnivore. So I don't know, this is just some kind of crazy version of a Lexovisaurus. But regardless, I bought it because it was up for auction on eBay and there was quite a few of them, and I just decided, heck, I might as well just bid on it and see if I win them. I did, and when I received it, obviously it was pretty ugly. So I repainted it just because I get bored sometimes when I do have some free time and just repaint things pretty much just for fun. And it was a model that I clearly did not care about being a knockoff and an ugly one on top of it, so I just repainted it. So anyway, take a closer look. I did repaint this one quite a little while ago, so the paint job isn't probably my best work, but I thought it looked okay, I guess, aside from the absolutely awful looking attempt at a bootleg copy with this crazy head. The next one is a Papo knockoff, and it is a knockoff of their Dilophosaurus. Now, this thing isn't that bad, I guess, but the bootleg version definitely has lost quite a bit of detail compared to the original, and it just in general looks sloppier. It does have an articulated jaw, but as you can see, unless you shut it all the way, it just kind of pops right back open. So the articulated jaw is pretty bad. The teeth themselves don't look absolutely terrible, but they don't look good. They don't look near as good as they do on the original. And just generally, it's not near the quality that it would be if you would have purchased the original Papo. So yeah, I guess just take a look at it for the paint job. The next one is a Rebor knockoff, and it's probably one of the uglier Rebor knockoffs that are out there. It is the Utyrannus. Now, they took this and made it larger than it originally was, and kind of bumped up the head a little in size as well. His head looks significantly larger in my opinion than it did look on the actual Rebor. Overall, the detail doesn't look very good either, but it doesn't look terrible, I guess. But the original Rebor is just unbelievable compared to this thing. It was fun to repaint, I guess, so check it out. next is a Schleich knockoff, and it is a knockoff of their Pentaceratops. This one is much larger than the original Schleich version, but it looks a lot worse. The quality of it is pretty poor, especially when you get close and see the actual detail of the dinosaur. Because of them upsizing it, it has lost a lot of quality and a lot of detail that it once had. But overall, I guess it was pretty fun to repaint. Next is our second Papo knockoff of the day, and it is a knockoff of the Dimetrodon. Now this one wasn't terrible really, it's not that bad, but it definitely, as well as the others, lost some significant detail. However, the worst part about it is the jaw. The jaw is articulated, but you can see right here that there's now a huge gap here where the jawline meets the neck, and it is pretty obnoxious. Even when you open the mouth and look in, you can see that the entire inside of the mouth now looks pretty bad. If I turn it this way, you can actually see straight through the mouth. You can see the background here. And yeah, that was all because of the poor craftsmanship of whoever bootlegged this thing. But it was fairly cheap, so I decided to buy it for a repaint. The second and last of our Rebor knockoffs for today, and this one is pretty much, in my opinion, as equally ugly as the first Rebor knockoff. Now, the original Rebor is absolutely stunning in my opinion. I really love it. I have the original of all of these, but this one is just awful looking as far as the detail. It is a knockoff of their Ceratosaurus. Now, they did completely lose just tons and tons of detail by bootlegging this thing. It's really sad what has happened to this when it went into this bootlegging process. The teeth look pretty bad now, and the jaw is no longer articulated. But again, it's a bootleg, so you can't expect much, and it was cheap, so I bought it to repaint it because I, as usual, don't have the heart to repaint something as beautiful as an original Rebor. And the final one for today is another Papo knockoff, and it is a knockoff of their Velociraptor, which I decided to attempt to paint in a Jurassic Park style. I don't know if it really turned out as good as I had hoped, but I guess it looks okay. So, yeah, check it out. So yeah guys, these are our bad bootleg repaints of the day. If you guys did like this video, I will definitely make another one in the future because as I said before, I'm repainting bootlegs fairly regularly just out of pure boredom and because they're cheap. But like I've said before as well, if you are going to buy any of these bootlegs, please buy the original first because whatever company made this sculpt originally went through all the time and work of creating these dinosaur models. They are the ones that should be getting money for this. They are the ones that deserve compensation for all their hard work, not the people that ripped them off. So if you're gonna buy a bootleg, make sure that you do buy the original first and put your money toward the place that it should be. Then in my opinion, I guess it's okay if you want to repaint some bootlegs to buy them and try to make them look a little better than they do originally, which really shouldn't be too hard because most of the bootlegs look pretty bad. Anyway, if you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.